Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG meetup all the way from Cannes at the Film Festival. And for that, we're going to be bringing with us a very special guest. He is Danny Morel, an inspirational speaker that has created a guide to awakening and transforming your life. He's also a very successful real estate businessman, as he has built and sold a $1 billion a year real estate business. He has all different kind of skill sets that he's going to be sharing it with us today, and I hope you get to enjoy it. There he is. ¿Cómo estás, hermano? ¿Todo bien?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Todo excelente. Everything amazing here in Cannes, enjoying it, south of France. Lots of great things going on. But what is it with you? Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad that we're having this conversation. I mean, you're such an inspirational guy, and everything that you're sharing is so empowering. So tell the guests and tell everybody what it is with you.
What specifically would you like to know?
Well, I would like to know a little bit about yourself, because how somebody that has built such a successful real estate career, right? You've built a $1 billion revenue company per year and then sold it. And now you're in sales, of course.
Yes,
and now you're focusing on creating this guide that helps to awakening and transforming your life.
Yeah. I'll tell you, and thanks for having me on the show, Alvaro. Everything started for me when I was 18 years old. And it started in the aspect that I had a decision to make. My mother was a single mother with 3 boys, of which I was the oldest. And I remember the day after high school, thinking this thought: it's either I'm going to do something to change our lives, or our lives are going to stay exactly the same way. And so I looked around and I thought to myself, like, nobody's coming to save us. So, my mom was a single mom. She was a very timid, God bless her, Hispanic woman. And I thought, like, I got to do something. So I just set a goal. And my goal was, I'm going to get us out of this neighborhood, because it was the ghetto. I'm going to get us out of this neighborhood by the time I'm 21 years old. I will buy a house. Now, I didn't know how I was going to buy a house. I didn't know what it was going to take to get one. I didn't know anything about doing one. I just set the goal. And immediately, I believe what happened is, when I set that goal, the way the universe works is, as soon as you start to have the intention, that's all you need, is to have the courage to have the intention, then everything will align itself perfectly to have you match that goal. Sure enough, 100%. One day I'm at a job fair and I see a real estate agent, and I ask him the magic question. I say, hey, how do I buy a house? And he goes like this. And I go, by the way, is there any money in real estate? And he goes, yeah. And the rest is history. And I started my career as a real estate agent. I sold 150 houses a year, working 4.5 days a week. And then as a broker, we had 400 agents. We did 1.1 billion in annual sales, I'd say about 42, 43 million a year in revenue. And then we sold the company. And now what I'm starting to understand is, as I went on my spiritual journey, true spirituality, and the essence of true spirituality, is awakening your highest self. And when you awaken your highest self, you awaken your ability to succeed financially. I love it. Because the currency of this world is not hugs, it's money. You awaken your ability to be in phenomenal shape, because every man listening to my voice wants to have 6-pack abs. Every man out there. And finally, you awaken your ability to have time freedom, the freedom to enjoy your life, and which is why you see me on Instagram. I travel, I have a great time. And I believe that that is our God-given birthright for every single man and woman alive. We're just held back by limiting thoughts, feelings, and emotions that come to us through trauma, and through something called toxic shame that happened when we were little boys and little girls. So yeah.
So true. And I'm really grateful that you're sharing the story with us today, because, a lot of us have to go through a breakthrough to realize that this is not where we want to be, and we need to do something to get to where we want to be. But in reality, it is not necessary to wait for that breakthrough moment. You just need to be aware of what you're trying to accomplish in life. And sometimes it's faster than just like making some money. It's about that awakening of the progress of becoming a better self. And you touch it all right there, you know, all the angles. That's why I like the way that you've carried yourself and the way that you've expressed your message with everybody. Now, look, I see you're traveling. I see you're keeping yourself in shape. I see you empowering people's lives. And real estate, it was the vehicle that helped you to get yourself to that position, right?
That's right. It was, yes.
Do you still do things related to real estate?
Yeah, I invest in it. I'm a large stakeholder in the company that purchased us, gotcha, which is Corcoran Global Living. I'm one of the larger owners there. I don't necessarily work it, but it's the #1 growing real estate brand in America right now. They're doing incredible. I invested heavily in some commercial real estate, some properties in Ohio. And then just to play around, I just bought 3 beachfront condos in Myrtle Beach, which we Airbnb. And so,
just to play around.
Yeah. I'm still involved in it, sure. Yeah.
No, but I think it's a perfect combination, right, of what you're focusing on, that self-development and real estate, because a lot of people, you know, they jump into real estate just because they believe that, oh, it's easy money, quick money, when in reality, it's a very fast-paced environment, it's very competitive, and it becomes very stressful.
Can I say something?
Of course.
Because I just saw a comment, and I normally don't do this, but I just saw this comment: money means nothing if you don't use it to help people. And I want to talk to you guys about this. This is very big, because what starts to happen within our minds, right, is we approach life from a perspective. Yeah. And that perspective to us is everything, because the ego, all it knows is to defend your current perspective. That's all it knows.
True.
Right? Because it wants to keep you safe. Mm-hmm. And so when you come into this world energetically, the energy of this world, of human beings in this world, is called separation. Separation means I am separate from you, and I am separate from you because you are black and I am white. I am a man, you are a woman. You're Chinese and I'm American. You're poor and I'm rich. So the media and the world does this. This is what causes true unhappiness, and this is the truest form and the truest energy for a human being to never discover themselves, because they give so much energy to the programming of separation. So what comes and what happens with money? What happens with money is, if we do not have money, we have a defense mechanism around money. I hate Trump. I hate the rich man. Why does the rich man not pay taxes? Why does this? And it's all a victim mentality. And sometimes it's disguised not as a victim. Sometimes it's disguised with a badge of honor. Money means nothing if you don't help people. Well, let me let you in on a little secret. You'll never have money if that's the thought that you are thinking and defending about money.
So true. Amen to that.
Because the #1 person you must help and be concerned with is yourself.
Yourself. Yeah.
Because if you are not concerned with helping and changing your life and helping yourself, please listen to me, then you don't know who you really are. Mm-hmm. And that story that you have created is actually keeping you from yourself. And when you're keeping yourself from yourself, guess what you will never have? You'll never have money. You'll never have optimum health. You'll never have happiness. You'll never have true joy. And without all of those things, guess what you will never be able to do? Truly help people.
Help people. Yeah.
Because when people need help, guess what it takes? It takes money. It takes money. Do I help people? You guys see me on social media all day long. I'll post, if you're a single, during COVID, I would do this once a month. If you're a single mother and you're having a hard time buying groceries, I will buy your groceries. And I would just buy people groceries. All of my clothes, I give it away to the poor. because it just allows me to give new clothes and it allows me to give it to the poor. But guess what happened first, Alvaro? Guess what happened first? I had to worry about the most important human being on the planet. And it wasn't my ex-wife and it's not my children, it's me.
So true. You cannot pour water from an empty glass.
That's right. And because I had the courage, because a victim does not have courage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that again. A victim does not have courage.
Doesn't.
It takes courage to look as a man, to look at yourself in the eye and say, motherfucker, you're broke.
Yeah.
You're fat. You're unhealthy. And it's either you're going to do something about it or someday you're going to die like this. So what are you going to do? Are you going to man up or are you going to stick to the story that the rich man is holding you back? Because you could stay there. Just understand you'll never fully know and discover your highest self.
No,
I had to share that.
I love it. No, and I think it's very good that you say that because, you know, a lot of people, they get into this perception of what money really is and what matters or doesn't. But this also leads to a question that we always ask to our guests. And I'm very curious to see what it is to you, you know, because the word luxury, it comes in so many different shapes and forms. But what is really luxury to you?
To me, it's none of my concern. To me, it's none of my concern. Because I am more focused on freedom.
Freedom.
You know, I'm more focused on freedom. I don't see myself. Alvaro, I had the convertible DB11 Aston Martin. I had the gold, you know, Rolex. I forgot que sé yo the nombre. It was the most expensive one. I had every custom suit you can imagine. I had the luxury. I lived in a beautiful Italian custom villa. I just want freedom now, man, to be honest with you. That's more, so what is luxury to me? Luxury is the ability to live life on your terms. That is luxury.
I love that answer, you know, because I'm here in Cannes Film Festival and you can imagine, here are all the who's attending. Yesterday we were at the premiere of Top Gun, Tom Cruise and all the elite were there. And then hanging out with some celebrities like, you know, Conor McGregor. And, you know, when you get to hang out with certain people and you start to listen to their stories, same thing, you know, they might be living all this luxury lifestyle. And then when you ask them the question, it's like, dude, I wish I could be spending time with my kids, or I wish you know, and sometimes money might lead you to possess all these things that you want to use them. But in reality, the true luxury is to have that freedom to say like, look, I'm going to see my kids. I'm going to see this. And look, it's a powerful thing to hear from successful people like yourself or the ones that I'm meeting here.
But then let's talk about what is true success. Because
that's another topic, yeah.
That's another topic. Because you see, the reality is that to the world, I was successful.
Yeah.
I was successful. I had a $1.1 billion a year business. I had a beautiful family. I had a big mansion that I custom built by myself. I, you know, was making a lot of money. Listen to me. Spiritually, I didn't know God. And if you don't know God, you don't know yourself. Listen to me very carefully. I went to church every weekend, but I did not know God. Number two, I was physically horribly out of shape. Number three, I was stressed out and disconnected with my heart, which means I was disconnected with my emotions, which means I was disconnected with my feminine energy. Number four, I was disconnected with my masculine energy. All this brain was conditioned to do was to go make money, because if he could buy money, he could own nice things. And if he owned nice things, then people would like him. So when you think about the world of celebrities, I'm not saying this all, I'm saying the reason why you're saying most people say, I wish I could spend more time with my kids, they don't know how.
True.
Their whole lives, all they wanted was to be something else and somewhere else. And that's why they keep going for something else and somewhere else. And when you live life from that perspective, and I'm only speaking this as somebody who was there, let me ask you this magic question. When does it stop?
That's so true. It gets addictive. You just keep on going.
When does it stop? when do you get to a space in your life when you can hang out at your house in a t-shirt and some shorts, put a ball cap on because your hair is a mess because you don't feel like combing it, and you don't give a fuck because you're free. You're free. That is
wonderful.
success.
I love it. No, I mean, look, Danny, I appreciate you sharing all these things because sometimes we need to hear it from somebody that has been there and done that. And I appreciate it. You know, I'm really grateful that we had this conversation. And definitely for everybody that is listening now or will watch this later, please make sure to follow Danny. I mean, he's full of empowering messages and content. So all I can wish you is keep on doing your thing, keep empowering people's lives, and keep on building your life in your freely way, you know? Hopefully we'll get to travel soon and get together.
Sounds great, my man. I appreciate that.
Well, appreciate it. Anything else you want to add?
That was quick. Let's see if I love doing what I'm doing, but I would encourage everybody that, you know, I posted this in my stories today. I've been on this journey of physical fitness, and I'm not where I want to be. I have a very clear vision, but it's not because I necessarily want to look a certain way. The look is the outcome of what is happening inside in my heart and my soul. It's because I want to have energy. It's because I want to have longevity. It's because I'm turning 45 years old here in a couple of weeks, but honest to God, Alvaro, I feel like I'm 19. And I believe that every human being within them has the ability to unlock their highest potential. And that is the ability to be financially free, have vibrant health and energy, and have time freedom as well. And I've got an event coming up. Yep, I've got an event coming up for those of you that are interested. DannyMorel.com/awaken. Alvaro, if you want to come, you're my guest. And
thank you. Looking forward to it. Muchas gracias. Looking forward to it. And I challenge you to look into Ironman. I'm doing an Ironman again in November. We'll talk about it. Toughest race in the world. And that will be something that will encourage you to even work harder. I did that for myself to, you know, break through in something that was going on in my life. And it, as you said, not only affected physically, but emotionally, mentally, and everything else in my life. So I encourage you to do that. And we'll speak very soon.
I appreciate that. I'm going to hit you up on your personal account, okay?
All right, perfect. Thank you, Danny. And muchas gracias, everybody. Bye, guys.